and welcome to the last DCS Academy broadcast of the school year. Today, we are broadcasting from the Northfield Public Library.
I'm Daisy.
I'm Coco.
And I'm Sunny Leonard.
Our last broadcast featured some of the immigrants that contribute to the Northfield community. Because so many people said they enjoyed it, backed by popular demand, we are featuring 4 new stories.
Miguel and Alicia Hernandez, husband and wife, both came to America from Mexico 25 years ago, seeking jobs and a better future for their family. They arrived in Faribault, Minnesota, where they started a baking business. Several years later, they came to Northfield and opened up El Triunfo, which they turned into a popular, family-owned Mexican restaurant. They explained that in the beginning, their challenges were finding a place to live. Their successes were raising children who also work hard running the family business. We are so glad they are here because El Triunfo is our favorite restaurant of all time.
Another important person in Northfield is Sujata Owens, who migrated from Pune, India after she married a Minnesota man that her family introduced to her while he was traveling there. Sujata runs her own homeopathy business here in Northfield and has helped hundreds of patients heal from all sorts of ailments. She explained that her biggest challenge moving to the U.S. was fitting in and starting her family in a community that wasn't very diverse at the time. Today, she says that she is most proud of successfully balancing her business and raising her family. She said that the thing she misses most about life back in India is her family and being with her cultural network, her people.
Marvel de Cantos migrated to the U.S. from Spain with her husband, who was originally from Miami. Although their first stop was Florida, they moved to Northfield after her husband got a job as a professor at Carleton College. Mar has worked at both St. Olaf and Carleton colleges as a Spanish teacher. Currently, she works for the Human Rights Commission, as well as a Spanish translator for the community. Mar says her biggest struggle was having to adapt to the American culture, which is quite different from European Spanish culture, as well as missing her family back home. Mar is also producing an entertaining series of her life as an immigrant.
Tu and Min are the owners of Northfield's most popular nail salon, LA Nails. Tu came from Vietnam when she was 18 years old after she was sponsored by her father who fought in the Vietnam War and received asylum in the U.S. Tu went to a beauty school and started working at a nail salon. When she went back to Vietnam, she fell in love with Min and sponsored him to come to the U.S. as her husband. 6 years ago, they started their salon, which has won the award for the best nail salon in southern Minnesota every single year since they've opened. Tu and Min miss the remaining family back in Vietnam, but they love their life in Northfield and are excited to raise their baby on the way here too.
We've also been going on some exciting religious adventures. In April, we joined the Ethiopian Orthodox community in Minneapolis at the annual Easter celebration. After an entire week of services, they welcomed Easter with an 8-hour service that ended at 2 o'clock in the morning, followed by a feast. We all stayed up late and had a very memorable experience.
Recently, Daisy was invited to a very important event for Tibetan Buddhists that welcomed spiritual leader Sakya Trizin from India. Along with her guest, Sarah, the girls got to hold a private talk with him during his meetings with the community. The question to His Holiness was, what would you say to all the teens out there today who are trying to reach out to other communities and connect us all in a bigger way? He responded by saying that we needed love, compassion, and respect to unite and bring peace.
Currently, it is the month of Ramadan, which is an important part of the Islamic religion, where for a month Muslims don't eat from sunup until sundown. After sundown, the traditional iftar dinner breaks the fast. Last week, we were welcomed to an iftar dinner hosted by the Islamic Center of Minnesota. We enjoyed an interesting presentation and Q&A about Islam and Ramadan, followed by a banquet of delicious Middle Eastern food.
As many of you remember, last year we raised money to sponsor 3 girls in Togo, Josephine, Adele, and Marie, to go to College Monfont boarding school. At one of our monthly Skype sessions, we made an important discovery when we found out that their school library had only 4 different novels in it. Since reading is one of the most important parts of our lives, we came up with an idea of using our funds to buy their school library more books and create a book club where we could all read the books and discuss them. We named our book club Le Papillon Literary Circle, and so far we have read The Black Cloth, Sundiata, Caught in the Storm, and our recent book, The Dark Child. They were all written by West African authors, so we learned a lot about their culture. We also teach what we learned, as well as promote the importance of Le Papillon by making presentations around the community, at churches, and at local libraries.
We're sponsoring our friends again this year, and we will be working all summer long to raise some money.
If you need any odd jobs done, such as mowing, cleaning, yard work, babysitting, or anything else, just let us know and we'll be happy to help.
That's all for this year, friends. We are off for the summer to work hard and play harder. We'll be back in the fall for another school year of adventure and education.
DCS signing off.